First and foremost, today is officially the start of the fall season. As you can see, the fall leaves right there. This time I use red. I'm rotating between red and yellow for all the videos or all the content that I'm making. So I basically started using the fall leaves on the first day of this month, and then later on, I think starting last week, I officially started making this permanent, at least a week before the fall season starts, and going all the way till when the end of Thanksgiving, I guess. But yeah, so I want to be using these fall leaves. I'm going to be putting them on every single one of my videos I make going forward at this time. As you can see, it just brings the fall vibes, even with certain thumbnails that I use for some of the content that I talk about, like with this one, as far as the Nutbwallers is concerned. And speaking of the Nutbwallers, well, before I do get into that, something just crossed my mind, and unfortunately, I mean, Johnny was first to tell me this, and I know we all know that even after the pandemic, COVID is not gonna go away. But then, after a while, it's like, oh, well, everyone must have forgotten about that because we're already in the normal life, even though the normal life that we're in is not nearly the same as it was prior to the pandemic, But but now he told me there's this new variant going around, and now I just saw it on the news last night, and pretty much it's just, I don't know if it just sounds like it's becoming more widespread now or what. It's a new COVID variant, and it's called XFG, I think. Yeah, that's the new variant, and I just hope for the sake of my health, my mental health, and my life and where it stands now, that there will not be another shutdown, or should I just say another another pandemic like it happened in 2020. Boy, you better believe when that happens, like, again, and I'm talking about maybe like in a month or so, if this gets worse, I mean, nobody, like anyone listening to this video right now, they better not know what I want to do, because I just had enough already. I mean, look what just happened yesterday, and I just thought I could be hanging in there, and for the simple fact that things are just slowly starting to get better, or they're gonna get better, going to the next weekend, that I may finally see some light in the tunnel, what have you. But I mean, I'm hearing right now just there might be some adjustments to that, so I can't really say that I'm officially seeing light in the tunnel yet. It's like that, saying that to see this light in the tunnel is just not really my decision. Of course, in the past few months, the only way for me to see the light is at least a new job, which I'm still working on to this day. From there, which will then lead to me gaining my official permanent space. You know what I'm saying? But that's still in the works to this day, and I just thought I'd bring this up because, I mean, I'm still doing my best to not worry about it, right? I mean, I have not worried about, even after Johnny told me about it. But I just hope that it's not going to be widespread like with the first variant, which was in 2020. that led to the pandemic that lasted for practically the rest of the year and going to 2021 and at least till June. You know what I'm saying, or late May rather. Okay, so just let's just get straight into this topic. It's over. I mean, I don't want to come out here saying it's officially over, but I'm just gonna say it's over. It's just, you can say it's close to officially being over, but it seems like it's officially over. But I'm just gonna come out here and saying that it's over for this group based on what transpired yesterday and what Eugene just said. Look, man, it is what it is at this point with this group. It has not functioned the same. Obviously, I have a lot to do with the damage of this group, and as far as my ongoing beast mode rants, and obviously my ongoing mental health struggles, and to the point where now it's like, why even continue with this group still? Some of the guys like Russ and Eugene have been constantly alluding to the fact that let's just stay as friends. We don't need to have a group like the Nutbwallers to where they have a leader. In this case, it will be me, and a manager in this case, which would be Dewey, who is now my ex-close friend, at least until I get a new job. And it's just been issues left and right, and I don't even need to repeat myself as far as some of the little things that I pointed out, or I want to say little things, but there's been a couple of beef moments, that, I'll say it again, like what happened in June, that one time that I was on beast mode, Carlos and the boss getting into it a little bit, and then later on that day it was Dewey and the boss getting into it, over a money situation. Look, it is what it is, man. And for Eugene to say what he said yesterday, to respond like that, it sounds very serious. I think it's time to just call it with this group, man. I think it's just been an amazing run of, what is it now? 20 years? Yeah, since 2005. It's been 20 years, man. 20 long years. Now, of course, I wanted to keep going, but with all these stressful situations that I've been having to deal with, and especially with this terrible mistake that I made yesterday, and all that, and especially the fact that I'm still in this dump, just which never makes my days any better when I need any healing, and just looking now, I just feel completely detached, or it's almost like now I just feel very emotionally detached now from Mari as far as our friendship's concerned. Hell, it's already been over a month since we haven't talked, and it's just very, very concerning at this point. And it just seems like it just seems like she's already moved on well without me. But only time will tell when she would reconnect with me as far as our friendship is concerned. But I already know she's just fed up. I mean, look. But I don't know, man. But something tells me I think she just wants no part of me anymore. I could be wrong about that, but for the most part, I think she's just pretty much done. You know, and she's one of the people that knew the help that I was getting, and for her to still see me at my worst and us arguing, and next thing you know, it's she's not talking to me still. You know what I'm saying? And look at all the other guys right now, guys like just everyone in this group: Dewey, Russ, Julio, Robbie, Ray, Boss. I mean, dude, they literally believed that I was gonna become a much better person in general through this help that I'm getting. But unfortunately, they still saw me at my worst. Case in point, the second group text incident. Another case in point, yesterday's third group text incident. There's just no question that, you know, that this group is already in shambles. Hell, it's been in shambles, but now it looks like it has completely fallen apart. Hell, look like guys like Andrew, Julio, Robbie, dude, they all have their own lives, man. What makes you think that they still want any part of me after you know, they saw what I did on the second group text incident? You know what I'm saying? Just just after what transpired with with as far as what I came across with Julio and Robbie, the past couple of months, it's just already telling. And even with Andrew, just right after the first group text incident, it's pretty much just signs that this group just cannot keep going forward. I mean, to my credit, I've been keeping this group pretty strong, at trying hard, rather. It's more like a trying hard, process at this point with the Nutbwallers, and in the end, it's just ultimately it just cannot keep going strong like it used to. You know, it's just hard for, especially for me, and where I'm at, and in my mental state, that that this group can continue to be like it was the last several years, or hell, even a decade ago. I understand some of us have lives to deal with now, our own lives. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the fact of the matter is this group cannot function the same as it used to. It's and again, a lot of that has to do with me. I know I'm responsible for a lot of the damage that I've caused in that group, being the leader for a long time, and now some of these guys have already become my ex-close friends. Just look at the wall yourself, the ex-close friend memorial wall. It's just gotten this bad. So I think to me, this Nutbwallers group is just no more. I mean, the only way I can just bring it back is if I get a new job, which is still in the works. I can continue to rely on some of these ongoing stressful situations to where, while they're not under my control, if they're going to be adjusted, in a way that, to my liking, then yeah, I can still believe in luck. I can still believe in miracles. I can still believe in, just knowing that I'll have all these blessings, even if they're not under my control. But at the end of the day, I still got to do what I got to do, because now even my mental health now being questioned by some of my own relatives. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's why I just cannot keep going. And look at it, I think Russ is just pretty much just fed up, and everyone's just fed up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, why even continue at this point? I might as well go solo again. I mean, why even bother at this point? But then we know Halloween season's already coming around, and I need people that I can, like Eugene, that I can, share my spirit with, as far as, I'm still in the process of working on some of my Halloween projects here. So, I would really feel bad to just go solo again and then suddenly just come back. It's already been evidenced in the past few times already. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to keep doing that again. But yeah, dude, it's like this group. I mean, especially with the group chats, man. Like, it's just there's just not a lot of people active, dude. I mean, guys like Carlos and the boss and Ray, and they just don't really engage in group chats like that. Only on certain topics. Hell, even when I try to show my best, show my humor, There's only a couple people that usually just care. And then some of the guys, like, just they just hardly ever respond to any group, any of the of me and Russ's group messages, or whatever we talk about. It's just a lot of times, like, even when I share some of my stuff or it's usually only a couple of people, and that's Eugene and Russ, right? Just the rest of the guys. I mean, I'm not disrespecting any of these guys in any way. Even if at my worst I said what I said, and of course they know I don't mean it, but in the end, it's just they just really don't engage in group chats like that. Hell, just looking at my own content that I upload, like, I mean, I just wonder who watches some of these videos anymore, right? I mean, you can probably argue Russ can still be up here at times. I don't even know if Mari's watching my videos anymore. I don't even know if Julio and Carlos, about no, not Abbas, or Robbie, or Eugene watching any of these videos anymore. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, like, who cares at this point? I'm still gonna do what I gotta do. I just know what I gotta be limited to, you know. But as far, like, I mean, nothing's gonna stop me from talking about what I want to talk about, and of course, I want to talk about different things, as I have, like, these past couple of weeks. So it's not always about, my friendship issues, or it's not always about, where I stand with my life and my dump, this and that. I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible, but in the end, it's just unfortunate that I'm still having to run across, come across these issues, and in the end, I that's why I have a hard time keeping up with this group. I have a hard time keeping the Nutbwallers group just going. I mean, hell, I don't even know if some of the guys even care at this point. Even if I say I'm gonna break this group up, or if I'm just want to step away. I know Dewey's been on the record. Hey, if you want to step down, who's the next leader? This and that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. At this point, it's like the other guys just don't even. I doubt they even care. Carlos, Julio, Robbie. You know, uh, it's just. I think it's just come to a point where, after all the damage I've done, this is why I say it's over until further notice. Now, Russ is very passionate about this group, but after what Eugene said yesterday, it's just I just think it's over for this group. I think it is. I got to continue focusing on myself, and especially with the Halloween season coming up. I just don't even think about this group anymore, regardless of how much annoyance I'm still going to go through in that dump. As far as, just seeing Carmen's lights still be on, like, even though she retired, I was like, why do you got to keep her lights on? You even have a sign up there that says, "Oh, please keep it." This is how retarded this dump is, man. It's just so goddamn retarded that all I'm seeing is just a bunch of problem solving. Printer always fucking restarts, and the fact that when some people are printing, nobody's even addressing that. It's like, oh, even guys like Anna are out there saying, "Oh man, the printer just restarts." Like that. Are you stupid? Come on. Like, I'm not saying she's stupid. No, she's cool. She and I, like, I know we've gone through a lot of our challenges, like, back then when we had worked with one another. But for the most part, she's cool. But I'm just saying, like, don't even think because a printer restarts like that, and she's not the only one. It's just some other people are just thinking the same. Oh, the printer just restarts. Like, stop. Don't be stupid to think like that. Anyways, I mean, I gotta prepare. Speaking of my dump, so I don't even know how I can keep this group alive at this point. I'm just gonna say it's over until I myself get a new job. Point blank, period.